Welcome to the Sam the Beard Guy channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Sam the Beard Guy channel. Thanks for watching. So today we're going to be talking about ways to spice up your 251s. I think any player at some point gets to a point where they're just playing the same crap on 251s and they don't know what else to do to spice it up. So we're going to be talking about a few things to spice them up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Make sure you have those notifications turned on so when I post a video, you can see it. Y'all can share whatever y'all can do to help. I say that every video, so I don't want to talk about it too much. But thank y'all. Also, if you like this Synthesia thing I'm doing, where you can like see the keyboard, let me know below. I also just ordered a thing to like shoot an overhead shot, but that's going to be a few days before I get that. So yeah, y'all just hang tight while that comes in. But yeah, if y'all like this Synthesia thing, let me know below, because I was able to get that to work, and I used it on the last video that I did, and it seemed to be well received. So all right, so the first thing we're going to talk about to spice up your 251s is playing different chords from another 251 that aren't in the 251 of the key that you're playing in. The easiest example to show is what's called a backdoor 251. So we've talked about backdoor 251s on some of my other videos, but a backdoor 251 is essentially, let's say we're in the key of F. So G minor 7 is your 2 minor. And then you're going to play the 4 minor. You're basically doing a 2-5-1 into a flat 3. So you're going to take key of F, the 4 minor is B flat. You're going to do a 2-5, so then E flat. And then instead of resolving to A flat, you just resolve back up to F. Yeah, so that is a cool way to just all of a sudden, everyone's expecting a 5 chord. You know, yeah, it can be kind of jarring, but also it's like a good jarring. So the reason a backdoor 2-5-1 works, when you think about what makes a 5-1 progression work. So 5-1. What makes that work is the voice leading in the chord. So when we're studying the key of F, we have a C7. It works because this voice leading, the 7th and the 3rd are resolving nicely to the root and the 3rd. So that's why that works. So that's a strong resolution. A backdoor 2-5-1, that essentially flat 7 dominant chord, so E flat 7 that we just did earlier, has the same or very similar resolution. So if we have I'm just playing a bare E flat 7-9, and I can even play. Let's just play a root E flat 7. The reason that it works going to F is there's still resolution that nicely goes into F. So the E flat, B flat, and D flat all resolve. So you're getting like this motion, and you're also getting the obvious like root movement. But also, you can almost think the E flat is resolving to the major 7. So while it's not a true 5 chord, the principle that makes a 5-to-1 a strong resolution is in the flat 7 dominant chord. And so it works. It's not as strong, but in a sense, it's just as strong when you use it sparingly because it comes out of nowhere, and it can be a little bit lifting. Yeah, so backdoor 2-5-1s. Another 2-5 that you can do in a 2-5, a 2-5 inside of a 2-5, is you can do, so stay in the key of F, and then you are going to go, essentially, you go to the 5 chord and then go up a half step and play 2-5 there. So G minor, and instead of playing C7, we do C sharp minor 7 to G flat 7, resolved to F. So the reason that works is, if you don't know what a tritone is, G flat 7 is a tritone away from C. And so you'll hear the term or the phrase tritone sub a lot when people are like geeking out or whatever. But tritone sub is taking, is replacing one chord with the chord a tritone away. And so C7, let's play it like this. Also works with G flat. So on that principle, you're essentially adding in the 2 minor to that tritone. So so it's a little more jarring because you're essentially, when you have a C7, you have this flat 7, but when you're playing the minor, you're actually, so it's not as strong of a resolution as like a backdoor or a normal 2-5-1, but it does have that lift to it. So right there, I combined the backdoor with the tritone. So yeah, and then you can even throw in like a 3-6-2-5 on that tritone. So I'm doing like E flat, half diminished or E flat minor to A flat 7 to C sharp minor 7 to G flat 7, which is that 2-5. I'm just adding in the 3 and the. So yeah, that is another thing you can do, is just playing the tritone away of the 5, the tritone sub, and playing the 2-5 to that tritone. And so on those concepts, you can really, depending on how far out you want to get, you can play 2-5s from any key on top of it, on top of a 5 chord. So so I'm just literally going up half steps on a G minor 7, and then just going up to A flat minor and playing an A flat minor to D flat 7. So right there I did a B minor 7 to E7. That's a little bit more out, but yeah, so those are a few examples of ways to spice up 2/5s by just doing 2/5s inside of 2/5s. And so you can really take that concept as far as you want, just playing just completely random 2/5s. Some of them like make more theoretical sense, and then some are just like make no sense, but you can make them sound cool. So yeah, I would dig into just, hey, let's play different 2/5 on top of the 5 chord, and just see what kind of tension and release you can get on some of those things. So another thing that I do often, probably a little bit too much, is changing the 1 chord to a 1 sharp 5 chord. So I already have been doing it in the examples of me playing on the other. Yeah, so changing it to a sharp 5 is a super cool lift that you can give a 1 chord that's just kind of like, ooh, you know, ooh, you know, ooh. So, yeah. Another thing you can do, and the last thing we'll talk about, is thinking about playing chord structures over your 5 chords. So let's do, well, actually, let's use the sharp 5 example we just did. So this sharp 5, F, I could just sit around and think about A major triad all day. Here I'm thinking, let's think of like a C sharp minor major 7, which is C sharp, E, G sharp. So let's do this. Let's think of F major 7 over G minor. I do that C sharp minor major 7 over C. To A major triad over F. That's hard. So another try that we could do is, let's do B flat. That's kind of got a sus5 feel to it. Let's do like A over C. You could actually do A triad over the whole thing if you change the G to a G half diminished. The next thing, this can be like a 3.5 thing, but instead of thinking in chords, just thinking in clusters. So a perfect example is like on C7, if I think of, so A, B flat, C sharp, E, and then just playing that structure. We can do another one, C7. Just doing a C sharp, D sharp, E, just these four notes. So, doing like these four note cluster exercises, I can't remember what book I read about or this was exposed to me. This is exposed to me through, but doing these like just four note clusters kind of just naturally changes the way your improvising sounds, because it's kind of forcing you to get rid of certain notes that you would use to transition into new chords, or to do passing notes to get into new things. It really just forces you to play inside this box, which almost sounds like you're playing out of the box, because it's just so fourthy, or not fourthy, but just so different, if that's the way to say it. And so yeah, just picking like four random notes and just playing with only those notes. Let's do D flat, F sharp, A, B flat, which is like a B flat. It's like a B flat sharp 5 major 7, right? No. What would this be? I guess it's like a. I don't even know what I'd call this. So yeah, I know that seems random, and it doesn't always sound the greatest when you just pick 4 random notes, but it is really good for your brain to just think about different ways to improvise over chords. And so that's kind of the way a lot of practicing can feel like sometimes. It's like, hey, what I'm practicing right now doesn't sound great, and I would never like just sit there and just play these 2-5-1s completely changed up every single time. But really leaning into those things, just practicing them excessively and just letting them just kind of soak into your vocabulary is really healthy. And so I would never advocate, just sitting there and like never playing the C chord. You're just never playing the 5. You're always playing something different. I would never advocate that. But again, you practice tons and tons and tons, so you can throw it in 2% of the time, So yeah, not a super long video today, but hopefully these tips are at least kind of open the door to just doing new things over your 2-5-1. So yeah, if you like this video, let me know below. If there's anything else you want me to talk about or touch on, hit me up in the comments below, and I'll try to make a video for it if it makes sense to. So thank you all for watching. Have a good one.